Hi there, I'm Nancy, physiotherapist and yoga teacher. I'm going to go through a short sequence for mobilising your lower back and strengthening your core in pregnancy. So you can practice this all trimesters. You might find most benefit in the second and third when your bump starts to grow and your sort of centre of gravity shifts a little bit. So these exercises are really beneficial for just reconnecting in with that centre and just helping to strengthen, stabilise around the hip, pelvic, back area. Okay, so we're going to start in all fours. So just coming on to your mat space, you'll need a mat to practice on, or a towel, anywhere that's got a little bit of grip, or even on carpet will be fine. If you need something underneath your knees for a little bit of extra comfort, then you can use a towel or a rug. And if this is causing a bit of pain into your wrists, you can always come onto your fists. So just spreading your fingers out, placing our hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. We're going to start with a cat stretch here. So as you breathe out, we're going to round the back, tuck your tailbone under, bring your chin in towards your chest. And then as you inhale, you're going to drop the belly, lift your chest, roll your shoulder blades back and down. So as you breathe out, rounding your back, think about drawing and lifting your belly button up or hugging your baby in towards you. And then inhale, relaxing everything, letting baby hang in its little hammock. Roll the shoulders back, gaze up. And just keep going like this for a while. Now what we can do with this is we can incorporate pelvic floor. So as you breathe out, as you're rounding your back, start to squeeze the muscles of the back passage as though you're trying to stop wind. And then also the muscles around your vagina, imagining you're trying to stop a wee. And then inhale, just relaxing everything, dropping your belly, lifting your chest. Exhale, tucking under, engaging and squeezing and lifting through the pelvic floor, also hugging baby in. And then inhale, relax. We'll do one more, keeping the weight evenly spread through hands and knees. Fantastic. And then just coming into a neutral spine. We're going to go around the circular motions here, just to sort of move the back and the hips. Again, come on to fists if you need. Let's go for 5 times in each direction. And the other way. Imagine you've got a pencil dropping down from your belly button, drawing a big circle on the floor. Keep your head nice and relaxed. And then just coming back to the centre when you've finished. And I'm going to invite you just to do a freestyle movement, just moving your back, hips, shoulders in whatever direction they feel comfortable. And then just come back to the centre, okay? So see if you can feel a little gentle lift through your belly button. You've got a bit of stability there. Shifting your weight onto your left hand, left knee, and extend your right leg away from you. Curl the toes under of your right foot. Maybe enjoy a little calf stretch here. And keeping your hips pointing down, your nose pointing down, see if you can float that right foot up off the floor. Okay, maintaining this engagement here through your tummy. And then you might want to see if you can extend your left arm away. So lifting your left arm up towards your ear and reaching your right heel away from you. Holding it if you can. Come down at any point if you need to. Breathing here. See if you can find a balance. Reaching through the fingers, pushing your way through the heels. Let's hold it for one more breath. And then lowering the hand, lowering the foot, bringing the knee back into the centre. Just sit yourself back onto your heels a moment. Roll the shoulders. Roll the wrists. And we'll come and do that on the other side. So hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Let's find a neutral spine, so somewhere in between that forwards and backwards tilt. Belly button down towards the floor. A gentle tuck under of your tailbone, just so you can feel that little bit of engagement there through your lower abdomen. And then keeping the hips pointing down. Extend your left foot away from you, enjoying the left calf stretch. And then keeping the weight evenly distributed, see if you can float that left foot up off the floor. Keep your hips pointing down, try not to sag the back. And then if that feels okay, extending your right arm. So you don't have to take the right arm up just yet, you can build up to this. And just hold it for as long as you can. Keep reaching through your fingers, extending through your heel. And it's that out breath. You just want to just gently push away through that left hand. Keep the nose pointing down so the neck is long. Tailbone stays gently tucked under. See if you can hold it one more breath. And then exhale, lowering the hand, lowering the knee. And then just once again, sit yourself back up onto your heels. Roll the shoulders. And then rotate the wrists. So we're going to come into a side lying position now. And maybe have a pillow to hand or a block. And just lie yourself down onto your side. Bend your knees and have your feet in line with your hips. And to start off with, we'll just do a little bit of a rotation through the lower back and upper back here. So take your arms out in front of you. This is called opening and closing the book. And as you breathe in, we're going to take the left arm up towards the ceiling. And then as you breathe out, looking at where your hand is going, keep your knees together. Extend your left arm behind you. Inhale, coming up to centre, and then exhale, lowering down. We'll do 5 times on each side. Just going back as far as you can. Obviously, if you've not got anything behind you, you'll probably be able to go down a bit further. But this is a really good way of just gently rotating through the mid to lower back. Enjoying a stretch through the front of the body. One more time. Feel free to hold it for a few seconds, a few breaths, before closing again. Pushing yourself up, and we're going to sit yourself onto the other side. Okay, you can either roll over onto the other side, you don't have to completely change directions. Bending your knees, stacking your feet, aligning with your hips. Inhale, take your right arm up, and then exhale, back behind you. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Just flowing with the breath. And then holding it on the last one for a few breaths. Enjoying that stretch through the front of the body, mobilising through the mid to lower back. Good. And then breathing in, breathing out. So staying here on this left side, see if you can prop yourself up a bit more. Might want to take your left elbow underneath your left shoulder. And then keep your knees bent. If that always any time feels uncomfortable, you can always come and lie back down again. But just see if you can just gently pull away from this left side here. And then we're going to keep the feet together and we're lifting the right knee up towards the ceiling. So exhale up, inhale, come down. So it's a bit of a Pilates exercise, but this is really good for strengthening through the outer hip here. And consequently helping to support the lower back. So like I say, at any time you can always come down and just keep that pillow underneath the arm, either out in front of you or underneath the ear. All right, if you ever want to make this any harder, lifting your feet up. Just make sure that we're not collapsing into this left side. So aiming to do 10 or so on each side. Once you've done 10, just lowering your feet, using the heel of your hand, just giving your buttocks a bit of a rub, pushing yourself up, coming to the other side. Either propping up onto your forearm, making sure that the feet are in line with the hips, the knees are bent. A little bit of a lift through this lower right side. Exhale, lift the left knee up. Inhale to lower. Remembering you can always come down onto the right shoulder if you need to. Okay, and if you fancy making that harder at any point, lifting the feet and then doing the same thing. helping to strengthen and stabilise through the hips and therefore the lower back. Keep breathing. And then once you've done your 10, lowering the feet, pushing yourself up, back up to sitting. And just take a moment to sit yourself and notice how you feel. Thanks for joining. See you next time. Namaste.